So, I've always been a believer that good things can always come out of bad situations. September 11th, 2001 is a perfect example of my philosophy. Not only did September 11th improve airport security for the better and raise American patriotism, but it also managed to put on full display the sheer selflessness and heroism of one man. And that man was Rick Rescorla. Rick Rescorla was born in Hale, Cornwall in 1939 and lived with his grandparents and his mother. When he was just 16, he volunteered to enlist in the British Army, where he served from 1957 to 1960. After that, he briefly worked as a police inspector with the Northern Rhodesia Police, where he met and formed a strong friendship with American soldier Daniel J. Hill, who later convinced him to join the U.S. Army. After joining, Rescorla was assigned the role of platoon leader and was later dispatched to Vietnam, where he and Colonel Hal Moore took part in the Battle of Ia Drang in 1965. Moore described Rescorla as, quote, the best platoon leader I ever saw, unquote, with Rescorla's men admiring him for his good humor and empathy towards them, a theme that would remain consistent throughout the rest of his life. Later, in the 1980s, after his military days, Rescorla began working as the director for security of the financial services firm Morgan Stanley at the World Trade Center in Manhattan, New York. In 1988, Rescorla asked Daniel Hill to tour the building and evaluate its security, worried about possible terrorist attacks. When asked where he would attack the building if he were a terrorist, Hill told Rescorla he would enter through the parking garage in the basement and detonate a truck loaded with explosives. Despite their suggestions that the parking garage needed stronger protection, their suggestions fell on deaf ears. Five years later, a group of terrorists would detonate a truck bomb just 30 feet from where Rescorla and Hill had predicted, which took the lives of 6 people. After the bombings, Rescorla recommended to his superiors that Morgan Stanley move their office elsewhere, but his supervisors were all like, "How about no?" Despite this, Rescorla persevered and took it upon himself to implement evacuation drills every 3 months in case there were an emergency, much to the dismay of many higher-up executives who didn't take kindly to their daily activities being interrupted.
It's 8:52 here in New York. I'm Bryant Gumbel. We understand that there has been a plane crash on the southern tip of Manhattan. You're looking at the World Trade Center. We understand that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center. We don't know anything more than that. We don't know if it was a commercial aircraft.
On the morning of September 11th, 2001, at 8:46 a.m., American Airlines Flight 11 crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. The Port Authority announced over the PA system, telling people not to worry and to stay at their desks. In a phone call he made to Daniel Hill, Rescorla said, "The dumb sons of b****s told me not to evacuate. They said it's just building 1. I told them I'm getting my people the f*** out of here." After this, he began evacuating the roughly 2,700 Morgan Stanley employees in the North Tower, singing songs such as Men of Harlech and God Bless America to keep their spirits high. After he had successfully evacuated everyone from the building, Rescorla ran into the South Tower in an effort to evacuate anyone who might need saving, last being seen on the 10th floor of the South Tower before it collapsed to the ground. Out of the 2,700 Morgan Stanley employees, only 13 would end up losing their lives, Rescorla being one of them, and as of writing this video, his body has yet to be found.